Hello Internet! Today we're doing another Arena Cube draft. Taking a look at this pack, we've got a couple of options. So, Song of Freyalise is kind of a fun card. Lets you make all your creatures into mana dorks for 2 turns, and then on the third turn it gives you a +1/+1 counter, and Vigilance, Trample, and Indestructible until end of turn on all your creatures. I like this card in the green-white go wide decks that I think are pretty good in this cube. There's also just Incubation Druid, which is a fine mana creature. There's Rael the Everwise. She seems pretty good. Whenever you discard one or more cards for the first time each turn, draw that many cards. +1/+0 for each instant or sorcery card in your graveyard. I think those are it's Song and Riel are the ones I'm really considering. I'm gonna take Song. I'm not sure. Not sure which pick would lead to more wins, but I'm more just trying to have some fun here. Well, if we wanted to do Ramp, there's Beanstalk Giant and Cultivate. There's also Divine Visitation. I kind of like that with Song of Freyalise. Song doesn't make tokens, but it's good in decks that want to make tokens. Yeah, I'm going to take the Divine Visitation and see if we can draft some kind of silly green-white tokens deck. Well, SRAM's expertise seems real good here. Make 3 1/1s, and then I can cast a spell converting mana cost 3 or less from my hand without paying for its mana cost. So, if I have Divine Visitation out already, instead it makes 3 4/4s. Works really well with Song. Cards that I wouldn't mind wheeling. Angel is just a very generically powerful card. Castle Ardenvale is very good with Divine Visitation. Branchloft Pathway is good, but yeah, I'm going to take the SRAM's expertise. Okay. So, Hollow Blade is probably the strongest card in this pack, but our deck is it's not really looking to be that aggressive. Sigiled Sword of Valoron. Oh, that makes tokens. +2/+0. Yeah, that could be the pick. Skyclave Cleric is also fine. It was pretty good against the mono red decks. Also, it doubles as a land, so it's a pretty high upside. Or sorry, not high upside. Low downside. It can't be that bad because it can be a land if you need it to be. I think I'm just going to take the sword. Because I have Divine Visitation, anything that makes tokens is just extremely valuable for me. I'm going to really try to push hard into the token making side of this. So there's 3 cards that make tokens here. There's Ovia Pashiri, Hanged Executioner, and Imperious Perfect. Which of those do I like the best? I think the Hanged Executioner is the one I'm leaning towards. It isn't... I can't make tokens recursively like I can with these other 2 cards. But it is a piece of interaction, and green-white often ends up very light on removal. Yeah, I'm just going to take the Hanged Executioner. I think I just want things that give me... tokens are good, but also, green-white tends to be very light on removal, and so having something that's both a token and removal is quite nice. Here I'm debating between Ministrant, Sacred Cat, and Maze Mind Tome. Green-white also tends to lack card advantage, so the Tome is one of the few ways that I'll be able to like actually draw cards in this deck. Ministrant and Sacred Cat are both token makers. I'm going to take the Tome. I panicked. I just am worried that I'm going to run out of gas, and especially if I have something like a Song of Freyalise, then I can be making a lot of mana. Savior and Sajiri Shelter are not great in a deck that's looking to go wide with tokens. I mean, Shelter is a modal double face card, so it can't be that bad. Seal Away seems interesting. There's also Rishkar. Rishkar's decent. I think I'm just going to take the Seal Away. I'm not that confident in that pick. Ancestral Blade makes a token. Once Upon a Time is good, but I do have a lot of non-creature, non-land cards. In fact, almost my entire deck, so I probably don't want Once Upon a Time. I'm going to take the Ancestral Blade. Kabira Takedown seems strong. Since I'm going to be having a lot of tokens, this will often act as removal. Like it'll probably be able to kill something with 2 or 3 toughness most of the time, and sometimes it might be able to hit even higher than that. I'll take a Miria's Call. I think this card's just very good. Like, casting it, it's not even that bad. Casting it at 7 gives you 2 4/4 flyings, and the fact that it can also be a land is very valuable. Start to finish is fine. If I were already playing black, I might consider it, but I think Miria's Call is just where I want to be. Ooh, Castle Ardenvale. Heck yeah. And we wield the Skyclave Cleric. I like that. And the Imperious Perfect. Ooh, and both of the cards we were looking at before. Okay. I think I'm going to take the Sacred Cat. I don't know. I'm not sure on that one. Yeah, I'll put the Priest in the sideboard, not playing that. Okay. This pack's good. Trostani's very good for us. Gives me 2 1/1 white soldiers with lifelink. Gives plays around like control magic effects, and it pumps my whole team. That seems like it's gotta be just great in my deck. The only other card that I would really be considering here is Sunpetal Grove, because I just have a lot of playables. But I think Trostani is very strong. I think I want Mentor the Meek. It's another way to draw cards. Most of the creatures in my deck are going to trigger it, so I like that. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. That seems like it could be good with like with something like SRAM's Expertise. I could get like 3 triggers off of that immediately. Yeah, I like that. Questing Beast is just a very generically strong card. Overwhelming Splendor is fun, but not quite what this deck is trying to do. I'll take the Cathar's Crusade. Alright, so I've got 14 non-lands. Well, kind of 16, because I have these two that double up here. What do I want here? I don't think I care about a Gearhulk. This gives me tokens when I attack with non-token creatures, which is not quite what I want. I guess I take Planewide Celebration. This pack's pretty bad for me. I might play the Celebration, I might not. I would want a little bit more ramp stuff before I play it. I'm liking where this deck's at so far. I've got a lot of tokens, a handful of token payoffs with the Mentor, Divine Visitation, Cathar's Crusade, Trostani Discordant. Wouldn't mind just a couple of like cheap accelerants, or just like 2 mana things that give me tokens would be nice. Aspirant is fine. It's more of an aggressive card, really. Unbreakable Formation is, I guess, could be like a sideboard card against decks that are playing like Wraths. I could just take the Greenseeker. Greenseeker helps me get up my curve and play some of these more expensive. I'm going to take the Unbreakable Formation, actually. And the reason is this is a best of 3 queue. And Unbreakable Formation is a card I might sideboard in certain matchups. I'll take the Tendershoot Dryad here. That's a very good token generator. I had that one in a Chaos draft I did recently. It was quite good. Arch of Orazca is pretty good. Helps make sure I don't run out of gas in the way late game. I don't think this is a Pelt Collector deck. I don't have any targets to protect with the Alseid that seem that valuable. I could take like Valorant Stance with the sideboard, maybe. Filigree Familiar, Wilt. I'll just take the land. I'm pretty good at getting the City's Blessing with how many tokens I've got, so this is going to be active most of the time, and having a land that just says 5 tap draw card is pretty solid. I don't think I'm Trostani or Helioding. I guess I'll take the Glorybound Initiate. It is just a very strong card. Taxes a 4/4 lifelink every other turn. Kinda hoping I don't have to play it, but it's not the end of the world if I do. It's like pretty good at pressuring Planeswalkers because it attacks as a 4/4. Gains some life. It's fine. It's very good in the aggressive decks. Not playing any of these cards. I guess I'll take Branching Evolution. I guess there's a world where I like wheel a bunch of +1/+1 counter stuff. Birth of Meletis is pretty good. It gives me some like defensive speed, so makes a speed bump with the wall, helps me hit my land drop so I can get up to these expensive things. The wall is good with Song and Divine Visitation. Fragmentize is a solid sideboard card. what am I hoping for in pack 3? Just a couple of, like, mana dorks would be pretty good. Godpharaoh's Gift, I guess? I don't think this deck wants Basri. It's just not very aggressive. Yeah. Bonder's Enclave, I guess. Oops, getting the sideboard there. Swift Response. Swift Response is okay as a sideboard card. Alright, what do we have here? Lurrus. How many cards work with Lurrus? Can get back Birth, Song, Tome, Cat, but that doesn't actually do anything. I guess it does a little bit, but not much. It's also just like a Lotus Cobra, Thragtusk, Mindstone, Solemn. Solemn's interesting. Solemn is pretty good at triggering stuff. I don't know what I'm supposed to take there. Maybe I'm supposed to take the Lotus Cobra. Lotus Cobra is actually good with Song because it's a mana dork that doesn't have to tap. This is interesting. Elspeth is mixed tokens. There's a mana dork in Llanowar Elves. Crawling Barrens is a very good colorless land, but my mana's a little sketchy already. So I don't really want to take more colorless lands. I already have Arch of Orazca, which is decent. Vastwood Surge I would probably play, but I think I just want the cheap plays more. Yeah, Kazandu Mammoth. Bellinish Marshal. I'm not fully mono white, so I'm not playing it on curve. Plus, this isn't really a super aggressive tokens deck. It's more a tokens deck that's trying to get up to like 5 mana and make some big stuff happen up there, so... Heliod's Intervention is also kind of interesting. That card's pretty good. A lot of good artifacts and enchantments in this cube. I'll just take the Mammoth, though. It's a land. So it can't be that bad. Wow, okay, so... Shalai is a card this deck really, really likes. There's also Skyclave Apparition. Skyclave is very good. I don't know what I want between those two. I guess I'm gonna take the Skyclave. It's just a little bit more interaction. It's a little cheaper. That's a pretty close pick. Non-Archon creatures have power and toughness 3/3. Make 2 1/1s. That could be it. I don't have a ton of 1/1 counters. Giant Killer is fine. Cheap creature. I don't know about this Archon. Venerated Loxodon is decent. It's pretty good with creature tokens. I think I just want the Skittering Surveyor, though. Like, it just puts a body on the battlefield, helps me get up to my more expensive plays, fixes my mana a bit. Oh, wow. Okay, so this pack is good. Elspeth Conquers Death is a very strong card. Settle the Wreckage is also just very good. Elspeth Conquers Death can get back like Solemn, Trostani, Tendershoot Dryad. I think I like ECD here. Lotus Field, Voracious Hydra. Neither of those are that good. I don't think I'm playing Bag of Holding. I'll take the Hydra, I guess, but I'm kind of hoping I don't have to play it. Thragtusk is a good card. Also costs 5. I could take Balagad Recovery as another modal double-faced card. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lands so far. I'll take the Thragtusk. I'm not going to have expensive things that often, or 4-power things all that often.
I will rend the sun from the heavens.
Timed out on that pick. Okay, so let's get some of this out of here. Loxodon? Prophetic Prism? I guess I'll take the Loxodon. I don't know if I'm playing it or not. Ugh, my curve is so clogged up at 5. Although Loxodon's not really a 5, so I'll put it at the 4 slot because that makes my curve look nicer. How many lands am I playing right now? So this is 17 plus my modal double face cards, of which I have 1, 2, 3. So that would be 17, 4. So this is 18 lands, including my 4 modal double-faced cards. Which I think is fine. 18 lands with Landwire Elf. Didn't get as much things that actually make creature tokens as I would have liked. Could cut this seal away, maybe? I've already got Takedown, Hanged Executioner, Skyclave Apparition as removal spells, and Elspeth Conquers Death. Cut Planewide Celebration. Sure. Alright, let's run it. Let's see how this does. Here we are for round 1. I am on the play. Looking at this hand. Yeah, this hand's pretty good. It's not great. It's a little clunky that I have 2 tapped lands. But if I can get up to this SRAM's expertise, I'm in pretty good shape. Because I'll be able to play one of the things that I wasn't able to play earlier. Though I might be able to just go turn 2, turn 3. This is a little awkward because the Skyclave Cleric is, like, I do like having a Skyclave Cleric against them, but I think I just want to... I'll start by just playing an Ancestral Blade. Gives me a blocker for this Grim Lavamancer, or at least forces them to, like, use a burn spell or something. I am very happy to block here. They have, like, a Spike Field Hazard? Devil's Play? Okay. That's very good for me. So they like 2-for-1 themselves to kill my 1/1 token. I am pretty happy with that trade. Depending what they do, I might scry. I'm not gonna scry just yet. Okay. Well, I could SRAM's Expertise and play a Skittering Surveyor, or I could Solemn. I'll do Expertise and Skittering Surveyor. Get another white, because I have that Maria's Call, which is a triple white card. Yep, go ahead. My turn. Okay, my opponent, unfortunately, is stuck on lands over there. I'm going to go ahead and suit up this Skittering Surveyor, and let's get in for some damage. And I'll play a Solemn. I don't think I have any more heavy green requirements. No, all my stuff is single green, so I'll just take another white. Yep. I'm feeling pretty good about our position here. Even if our opponent had a Wrath, I would draw a card from Solemn and then be able to draw some more cards on this Mazevine Tome. So I'll play the Thragtusk, and then draw a card off the Mazevine Tome at the end of their turn. Talrand, sure. So I'll probably just Hanged Executioner and get rid of that, and I think that is lethal. With everything. Good game. So, what did we see? We saw Reconnaissance Mission, Talrand, Devil's Play, and Grim Lavamancer. Fragmentize can blow up Reconnaissance Mission, but I don't know. I just don't know how much I care about that. Our opponent's probably going to have a hard time getting in with stuff. I guess if they've got a lot of flyers, it could be good. I don't think I'm going to change anything. So they're probably a more aggressive deck, is my guess, because they're playing Reconnaissance Mission, and you don't usually want to play that in a slower deck. I don't know. I've never actually put the card in my deck, but I'm assuming you would only want to do it in a deck that's aggressive and has a lot of flyers. At which point, something like Seal Away would kind of become interesting. I think I'm just gonna run it back how I've got it. Zero lands, so gonna mulligan that one. Okay, this hand's a little better. What to do? So I'm keeping this. Be the Amaria's Call. Could just be the Song of Freyalise. I was gonna... But at that point, maybe I would just put back the Sacred Cat. So turn 1, I'm going to play Sacred Cat. Turn 2, I can Song. And then turn 3, I can play Solemn. If I... Emeria's Call is a land. That, like, ramps me a bunch, but I don't really have a ton to do with that ramp. I don't know what I want to do here. Executioner gives me an answer to, like, their Talrand, which is a card that can get out of hand if not dealt with. I'm just going to put back the Sacred Cat. And I'll hang on to this song and maybe play it later. Okay. Oviya Pashiri. I was not expecting that out of our opponent's deck. Guess I'll just play a Plains. I still don't know if I'm going to want to be casting this Emeria's Call just yet. It feels silly considering that, given that it's my third land, but in a hand with Solemn and Song of Freyalise, like, this hand could be really explosive depending on what I draw here. Okay. I'm kind of regretting putting back the Sacred Cat. Well, oof, that hurt. Hanged Executioner. Yeah, I think I misplayed here. I think I just assumed I had a little bit more time than I actually had this match. I would have attacked with the Kenra if I were them. But I am not them. Song of Freyalise lets me Skyclave Apparition, which seems pretty good. Question is, what do I hit with the Apparition? So I definitely want a Song. That seems good. And then I'm Apparitioning. So I could get rid of this Midnight Clock, which is going to refuel them. Oviya Pashiri is also kind of scary. Because that's going to start churning out, like, 4/4s and 5/5s soon. I do have the Hanged Executioner that can deal with that. I think if the game goes long, I like our odds with what's in our hand, so I'm okay with my opponent having this Midnight Clock. Croesus. That's a good card. Oh, well, I'm pretty happy to eat their token there. Alright, so all of these can tap for 1 mana of any color. So I could play a Tendershoot Dryad. I could play Elspeth. That doesn't quite get me to Loxodon. I think I like Tendershoot Dryad. Tendershoot Dryad gets me a lot of things to have counters on them next turn. Yeah, I like that. No attacks. So one thing that works with the Lotus Field is you can actually float mana before sacrificing the things. So you can sacrifice lands that are already tapped, get a little bit more mileage out of that. Okay. Well, I guess all of my things have Trample, Indestructible, and Flying, so we're gonna just Helmf in there for a bunch. Yep. Okay, so I think I want to Solemn to get a land, and then tap a bunch of stuff for this Venerated Loxodon. Yeah. Get a white, because I'm a little bit more choked on white than green. Yep, sure. Auto pay seems fine. Okay, so they're going pretty big here, but I mean, they're just gonna die soon, right? Like, they're at 11. Resolve. Sure. So I can Elspeth. Pretty confident I want to do that. So what happens if I just attack with everything? So I've got one thing with, so I have, okay, so my opponent has 3 blockers. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 attackers. So my opponent has to let through 6 of my attackers. Oh yeah, they're just super dead. Okay. I will pump up my, I don't know, my 2 smallest things, a token and a token,
I will do my best
attack
to support you.
with everything. Yep, that's the game. Okay. So that was round 1. I will catch you all in round 2. Here we are for round 2. Well, we got a lot of powerful cards in our hand, and we have lands. Unfortunately, they all cost 5. So I'm going to have to mulligan that hand. Okay, this hand's much better. Debating what I want to put back. Cathar's Crusade seems really strong. Tendershoot Dryads, very, very good. So I want to keep my lands, and my Birth of Meletis seems very good. So it's one of these 3, I think. Probably want to keep the Perfect because it's just better on my curve. So it's one of the 2 5-drops. I think it's Cathar's Crusade. Yeah. Yep. It's just like the Cathar's Crusade just needs more to go right for it to be good, whereas Tendershoot Dryad is kind of good on its own. Although Cathar's Crusade definitely does have a higher upside. when it works, it is very, very strong. I'll play the planes they know about. Okay, there's a birth. So it looks like we're playing against kind of a control deck here, blue-white. Yeah, I guess I'll just play castle, make a elf with the perfect. I don't... Skyclaving either of these just is not very good, so I'm going to save the Skyclave for something I actually care about. Hopefully I can get this Divine Visitation online. My plan is to play that before the Dryad, because the Dryad makes a 1/1 at the beginning of each upkeep. So if I'm able to make a Angel immediately, then even if they kill the Dryad, I'm in good shape. So they're milling me 2. Draw. Okay. Let's make an elf. Well, that's a good draw. I'm thinking I might want to Apparition the Jace. It's just going to be drawing them so many cards. Yeah, I think I want to cast Skyclave Apparition on the Jace.
Did that just happen?
Until your next turn, I get that ability. Okay, attacking doesn't do anything because I don't want to attack with the perfect. Because I want to make a 1/1. So next turn I might be able to play Divine Visitation and Tendershoot Dryad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna have 5 creatures and 5 lands, so I think I will be able to afford playing both of those. Kind of hoping my opponent taps out for something here. So, what could they be thinking about? They've got a colorless, colorless, and a white or blue. I'm going to start with this Divine Visitation. This is the one I want to resolve more, and most of the things that can counter spells that, like, most of the counters that only involve a single blue mana are, like, pay unless, unless you pay X or something like that. So I guess I could Hanged Executioner and then make a token with the perfect. Yeah, I think I like that, rather than doing my Tendershoot Dryad. This plays around, like, Quench or Censor, and is a little bit better against Wrath, because Tendershoot Dryad is kind of a threat all on its own. Although, honestly, just Castle Ardenvale plus Divine Visitation is, like, if my opponent doesn't have an answer for Divine Visitation, I'm pretty confident I'm going to win this game. So, they're going to need something awfully good here. Like an Oblivion Ring or an Elspeth Conquers Death to get rid of the Visitation. Otherwise, I think I'm just going to win. Okay. attacks. End turn. Thirst for knowledge. Okay, yep, that makes sense. Seagate Restoration. Okay, you can draw a bunch of cards. Okay, well, I'm gonna start by just attacking with everything. All my things have Vigilance and Indestructible. And Trample. Okay, so they're taking 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay. Oh, I forgot that it has Trample over the Fibblethip there. I'm just gonna pass the turn. I just don't feel the need to commit more to this board, because they're just dead unless they have, like, a Wrath, so there's just no reason to play out either of these cards. And this way I can make a Angel at the end of turn with Ardenvale, but looks like they've had enough. Okay, so what did we see? We saw a Jace, we saw a Hedron Archive, saw Thirst for Knowledge. Godpharaoh's Gift's kind of interesting, because they're going to be filling up my graveyard. I don't think I want to side it in, but Fragmentize is pretty good against Hedron Archive. But I didn't see a ton of other cards that it'd be good against. I might just run it back how I have it. Let's see. Yeah, this hand seems good. It's a little awkward that the Castle Ardenvale is going to enter tapped, unless I draw a Plains, but I think this hand is a... I've got Ancestral Blade on 2, and then Skittering Surveyor can get me up to the Tendershoot Dryad. Divine Visitation. Well, I like that. I think I'm gonna play the Mammoth, because the Castle Ardenvale might not enter tapped later. Dies, you draw a card. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and attack. I'm fine trading here. If they had attacked, I probably would have blocked anyway, so might as well maybe get in for some damage. Play a Skittering Surveyor. They've got a lot of mana up. Okay, they're probably going to cast like a Thirst for Knowledge or something at the end of my turn here. Would be my guess. Go ahead and equip the blade. Thassa's Intervention. Okay. We're on 5 mana. Tezzeret.
My employer sends his regards.
Tezzeret's good. let's start by attacking. Okay. Play Castle Ardenvale and Divine Visitation. So, the combination of Castle Ardenvale and Divine Visitation is pretty awesome. That's a sweet little 1-2 there. Okay, that's fine. We can get back our visitation using Skyclave Apparition. All right, so let's go to combat, attack Tezzeret. Okay. Jump. So, Apparition on the cast out. Gosh, Apparition's so good. And then I'm going to play the Executioner to get a token right away. This is a good Divine Visitation deck. This is working out well. We're making some angels. Birth of Meletis. Sure. Fragmentize my Skittering Surveyor. Sure. Ooh, it's a little awkward there. That hits Artifact or Enchantment CMC 4 or less. And Divine Visitation is an enchantment with CMC 5, so just out of range there. So I'm gonna play a land to play around like Quench, and then play this Tendershoot Dryad. And if this stays around for, I mean, any amount of time, really, it's pretty much gonna be the game here. I guess I'll suit up the Skyclave Apparition such that if they want to trade for it, I'm not gonna attack with the Hanged Executioner. This can stay around for in case they have a problematic, like a creature I need to get rid of. Valorous Stance. Okay. Sure. I'll move the blade over to the Executioner so I can block the Thopters in case they attack with them. Oh, I guess I'm getting an Angel anyway, so yeah. Gosh, the combination of Tendershoot Dryad and Divine Visitation is so cool. Just getting a 4/4 Flying Vigilance every turn. Sure. So their Thopters are indestructible. Trying to decide if I want to play out the Imperious Perfect here. Be committing more into the board. I'll still have my Castle Ardenvale. Yeah, I'll do this. Because if they kill my Tendershoot Dryad, then my token production does slow down pretty substantially. I'm not gonna attack here. It just doesn't do anything because their creatures had Defender.
how you respond to genius.
Kicked Inscription of Insight. Okay, so they get to draw 2, make an illusion, kill 2 of my angels. Yeah, that's pretty good. So I gotta watch how many cards my opponent has left, because one of their outs to winning here is Jace Unraveler of Mysteries or Secrets. I can't remember what the name of the card is. But the one that wins if they're able to deck themselves. So that's a part of the reason I'm committing more to the board, is because I do kind of want to end the game fairly quickly here. So let's go ahead and move. Wait. Undo. So I've got. This takes 5 mana, including itself. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm not going to move my blade over because I do want to play and draw a card off this tome. Oh. Except I kind of want to make a token more. Attacking Tezzeret with my angels. They'll probably trade 1 angel here and then chump block this one would be my guess. Okay. Sure. Yep. Pay out a Maze Mind Tome. 23 cards. And I'll say go. Plan on making some angels on my opponent's turn here. Elspeth Conquers Death. Well, so they're gonna exile my Divine Visitation. So, guess I might as well just go ahead and make some tokens now. To make sure I'm getting angels. Oh, that's pretty good. Countered my activated ability. They're gonna get back with their Elspeth Conquers Death. Probably like Obstructionist. That'll trade for an angel. Okay. Guess I'll start by Elspeth Conquers Death on their Tezzeret. Yeah, I like that. Return a permanent you control to its owner's hand. Okay, yeah, that's good. I mean, it still keeps them from using the like from rebuying the Elspeth Conqueror's Death so that they can cast it on the Dryad, so it's still pretty good. So I want to be able to draw a card and use my perfect, so I'll equip the Hanged Executioner and then attack them with a bunch of flyers. Okay. So that's fine. Okay. My opponent is still pretty
Look at
close
all
to
my
just being
devices
dead.
Finished, as are you.
Okay. Let's get an elf. Draw a card off the tome. Okay. Does Elspeth make them dead? Maybe. Let's play it and find out.
Death itself cannot halt my quest for justice.
So we can pump up the Hanged Executioner and Elf Warrior, I guess.
Believe in yourself as I believe in you.
Go to combat. So I'm just gonna attack my opponent. Okay, so I'm trying to think what I'm playing around here. I don't really want to attack with my high value creatures because they've got some mana up. How close are they to dead? So if they block here and there, so they're taking 8. So this makes them need to have a removal spell to not die. If I attack with that as well, then they need to have so if they kill an angel and then block the other 2 angels, they're taking 4. They block there, they block there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so it doesn't make a difference. Okay. Gearhulk. Yikes, what are they gonna... Okay, they can, like, Valorous Stance, or... Alright. Yep, Gearhulk's good. What? That was bizarre. What happened? I don't know quite what happened there. That looked like it glitched out or something. Okay. So my opponent goes down to 2. I'll go ahead and draw a card now in case I hit like a land that I want to play. Yeah. And then I guess I'll just say go.
still one step behind.
Oh, I forgot Gearhulk's an artifact, so that gets them up to 3. What could get my opponent out of this? A Wrath would be very good if they had just like a Supreme Verdict or a Wrath of God. That would be very powerful. They're pretty close to decking themselves, so if they have Jace in their hand plus another card draw spell, that could do it. Shepherd, okay. Okay, let's activate this perfect here. Get back my Skittering Surveyor. +1/+1 counter on it. I guess I'll get a Plains. I don't know. Play a land. So what am I worried about? Settle the Wreckage. Settle would be good. Start by playing Tristani. Cast Disdainful Stroke. Okay. So, can I beat Settle? Probably not, honestly, so I think I just attack with everything. Because if they have Settle the Wreckage, then that means I'm not getting them this turn. So I'd have to get them next turn, and if I'm... They could also have Sublime Epiphany on Gearhulk. I'm pretty sure if they had Settled the Wreckage last turn, they would have just used it to get rid of all my angels. So... I'll go ahead and attack with everything except for my Tendershoot Dryad. How many ground creatures do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it actually doesn't even help me to really attack with my ground creatures. Okay. What was attack? Oh, crud. Forgot, Skyclave is actually a ground creature. Oops. So they could have Sublime Epiphany on Torrential Gearhulk. That would be pretty good. I don't know if that would do it for him, though. They could get rid of one angel with the Epiphany, and then another, use Valorous Stance on another one. Okay, good game. Alright. Whew. Well, that was fun. Made some angels. Let's see if we can keep it up for round 3 here. Here we are for round 3. Looking at this hand... Well, I don't have any castable spells. this arch was a forest, this would be a very good hand, but as it is... I don't think so. I think I have to mulligan it. Yikes. Well, I gotta mulligan that one. I guess I keep and really hope I draw a land. Put back the Tender Shoot and the Imperious Perfect. Yeah. Not feeling great about this game. Not feeling great. This Sacred Cat seems pretty dorky. Maybe I just shouldn't be playing it. I'm gonna play the Kabira Takedown because I want to get this Birth of Militus going. So I want to make sure the land I play next turn is untapped so that I can keep hitting my lands. Bonder's Enclave. It's a strong card. Right. Shock with this. Bolt, I guess. Because it's 3. Play a Birth. Go get a Plains. Make a food. So next turn we've got either Cat or Apparition up. If I draw a green land, I'll probably play Cat plus Elves to set up for Thragtusk. I'm not thrilled about apparitioning a Gilded Goose. I would like to try to get a better target if I can. But if it turns out they're stuck on lands, then maybe Gilded Goose would be good. Well, it would seem they're not stuck on lands. They are the opposite of stuck on lands. I'm just going to play the Cat. I want to try to save the Apparition for something that actually does a little bit more. Just hitting this Goose doesn't seem like it's going to accomplish very much. My opponent already has 3 different colors of mana. And Field of the Dead. I like that. That's fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they have 5 land names. So now I actually think I might Apparition the Goose because they don't have a second blue, so it takes them off being able to cast Mind, which is kind of relevant, so... I guess I could have done that pre-combat. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so they're missing 1 land. They just need 1 more land before their Field of the Dead goes active. Gosh, that's so sweet. Confused by the just hitting 2 forests off the Vastwood Search. Does that card hits 2 basic lands? So they must not have any other basic land types that they don't already have, would be my guess. Because if they grabbed a swamp or a forest, then they would have been able to get up to they'd be at 7 now for the Field of the Dead. Okay. Field of the Dead is active. Heck yeah. I'm just excited to see this working. I'm gonna hold full control. Cast this Loxodon. I'm gonna pay. Resolve. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Mentor of the Meek was likely to be a strong card for me. If I were able to hit this green, I could draw a card on the Llanowar Elves, and just generally this is a strong card in a slow game. And against a Field of the Dead deck, we are playing a slow game. Interesting that my opponent doesn't actually know that I'm not mono white yet. So it's possible that they might Field of Ruin me at some point, only to find out that it fixes my lands. That's a good questing beast. Yep. Oh, this is the exact situation. Oh, this is great. My opponent might unknowingly fix my mana for me. The Immortal Sun's gonna be a problem. That's... makes all their zombies into 3/3s. Draws them an extra card every turn. Shuts off my Planeswalkers. I think I only have the Elspeth. Can't remember. Baral's Expertise. Yeah, okay. Draw 5. Well, that seems good. They did not end up Field of Ruining my Castle Ardenvale just yet. What do I need to win this game? Divine Visitation could go over the top of whatever they're doing. Elder Gargaroth. I don't even know if Divine Visitation does go over the top of what they're doing at this point. It's close. Make a token with Castle Ardenvale. I'll block some zombies here. Am I just dead next turn? I might be. Okay. Well, I will go ahead and play the Forest, because I'm not quite dead yet. I mean, it's very likely that I'm dead, but I'm not... I can live another turn or two. They're just drawing a bunch of cards. Hey, they might deck themselves. They're down to 12 cards. They might draw even more off this Elder Gargaroth. Scoot Swarm. My opponent's deck is sweet. They got some fun stuff going on over there. What are they choosing to do? They make a beast. Okay, yep. That's probably what I would do as well. Take a bunch. I'm not going to concede just yet, because that would let my opponent know that I don't have a Wrath effect in my deck, because a Wrath could get me out of this theoretically. I don't have one, but I could, and this will signal to my opponent that they should be playing around 1 in future games. Or, I should say, it doesn't signal that they can not play around it. I think that worked the way I wanted. I don't know. Confusing. Well, I think I just have to play the Loxodon just for full price because I want to be able to block. Again, super dead here. Does not matter what I do at this point, but going through the motions to make my opponent think I might have something to live for. That sounds grim. Right, block, block, block. I don't think I can. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I'm dead no matter how I block here. Doesn't matter. Okay, what would I like here? Well, unfortunately, their Elder Gargaroth. I think Elder Gargaroth has Vigilance, so it doesn't actually tap. Could play Hydra. Archon. I don't have a ton of good sideboarding options. Planewide Celebration. I guess I'll just run it back how it is. Yep. I will play first. Yikes. So Arch of Orazka strikes again on the mana. I'm going to have to mulligan. This hand's a little bit better. Keep. What am I putting to the bottom? Ancestral Blade, maybe? Just kind of a low impact card. My opponent didn't look like they were super aggressive, and the aggressive cards that they did have, Ancestral Blade didn't line up great against, so. Play this Skyclave tapped. I'll probably try to save this expertise for after my Divine Visitation if I can help it. But I'll run out my Executioner on 3, I think. That way on 4 I can activate the Executioner to like exile a Questing Beast or something. Breeding Pool tapped from my opponent. There's the Field of the Dead. Okay. Play the Executioner. Play something I can Apparition here. Beanstalk Giant. I cannot Apparition that. Yikes. Alright, well, just attack and pass, I guess. I want to save the Apparition. Missing on lands is pretty painful here, because if I could get up to Divine Visitation, I'm in pretty good shape. There's the Questing Beast that I was worried about. Yep. Well, there's a land. So I can Apparition the Questing Beast. I think I like that. Hanged Executioner can hang around for their Beanstalk Giant or Elder Gargaroth. Midnight Clock, okay. Alright, come on, let's hit. It's not quite a land, but that's actually really good. So, all my things tap, so now I can play the Divine Visitation. And then next turn, I can play my SRAM's Expertise, make 3 Angels. I could have played Elspeth and just not activated it, I guess, such that when I play Divine Visitation, I immediately make 2 Angels, and that would play around a Naturalize effect, like that Thrashing Brontodon, for example. My turn. Okay. So they're gonna destroy my Visitation in response to me making some tokens. I'm just deciding how would I like to make tokens here. I think I'll go, if I play the Expertise, he'll blow up my Visitation. Yep, that's fine. This is still pretty good. I do have a pretty big board, and next turn I can Song of Freyalise and just attack them with my 7 creatures, or whatever. That all get a +1/+1 counter, Indestructible, Trample, and Vigilance. Rawl's Expertise. Yeah, that's good. Scoot Swarm. Gilded Goose. Okay, my turn. Plains. I think I'm just gonna Elspeth minus to get in for some more damage. Because all my things have trample, so doesn't really matter what I do here.
I will do my best.
Go to combat, I'll attack. Still a lot of damage they're taking. 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So they have to chump block with both of them and they still go to 1. They can get back up to 4 with the food, but I think they die? Don't they just die? Yeah, they do. They might have forgotten about the trample part. Yeah. Just run it back how it is. Although maybe I should take out, well, I guess it's too late now. I could have taken out the Arch of Orazca. I don't know I don't know if it's good or not in my deck. It has hurt my mana a few times, but that could just be a bias based on you know, some limited data. I do have fairly heavy mana constraints in my deck. I have a lot of double white cards. Unclear whether I'm whether I want to be playing the Arch of Orazca or like another Plains or something. Yeah, this hand's fine. It's not great, because it's a little bit on the... Like, it doesn't go as big as some of the stuff my deck can do. Just playing 2/2 and a 1/2 and a bunch of 1/1s and stuff is like, it's not the strongest plays my deck is capable of. I'm gonna save this Kabira takedown. With SRAM's expertise, I'm going pretty wide, so this might be able to kill a questing beast or maybe even a Gargaroth. Play out the blade. I'm not going to be activating Mazemind Tome for a while because I've got my next couple of plays laid out, so I'd rather just play an aggressive card. Well, I will attack here. No blocks. I think I'm just going to play the Mammoth now and try to be the aggressor this game. Next turn I can play SRAM's expertise into Kabira takedown. I think the order makes SRAM's expertise resolve first. That's actually very relevant, though. I'm gonna look that up real quick. Okay. Okay, it looks like it will, the SRAM's expertise will resolve first, which is good. That's what I want. So I'm going to cast SRAM's expertise, and then Kabira takedown. What? Okay, I do have my 3/1/1s. Okay. I just saw the SRAM's expertise on the stack, and I got confused. Well, I'm liking my position pretty well here. They could Baral's expertise. Oof, Elder Gargaroth is... I do not like that. That is not good for me. I guess I'll equip the blade over to the Mammoth and play a land. And attack with the Mammoth. Okay, go to 5. Play Mazemind Tome? So I could play and activate a Mazemind Tome. Or I could play Skittering Surveyor plus Llanowar Elves. I think I'll play and activate the Mazemind Tome. I'll just go ahead and do it now. Gargaroth is a problem for us. We don't have a lot of ways of dealing with a Gargaroth. we have any other ways besides Kabira takedown? I'm not sure if we do. Go no blocks. I don't know how we win this game. Well, Loxodon's pretty good. Let's start by playing Forest and attacking with the Mammoth. They're probably going to make a 1/1 to block it. Yep. Oh. Well, I'm very happy trading my Mammoth for their Gargaroth if that's their plan. Will jump at that opportunity. Okay. They decide not to. So I have... Definitely going to play the Elves. So I've got 3, 4, 5... Let's draw a card off this Mazemind Tome. There's the Elspeth Conquers Death. Okay, so we did have another answer to the Elder Gargaroth. I had just forgotten about it. Okay. Now, Llanowar Elves and Skittering Surveyor. Take action. I'll go get a Plains. And then I can play Loxodon. I'll tap a little differently than that. 3. So I'll go 4, 5. I'm thinking I might need to chump with a thing. Okay. Why did I get to look at my deck there? What happened? Okay, that was bizarre. End turn. Yep. Or a Hedron, okay. Attack me. Make a beast. We'll go no blocks. Oh, Cathar's Crusade's strong. Guess I'll play a land. Do I play around Jari Disruption here? Do I have anything that I could draw with Cathar's Crusade that would make me want to... Well, I can't cast Cathar's Crusade on whatever I'm going to draw anyway, so... I will play Elspeth Conquers Death on the Elder Gargaroth here. Okay, how many blockers do they have? They have 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, the Imperious Perfect makes a blocker, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 attackers. So 4 of my creatures are going to get through, right? So they block 1, 2, 3, 4, and I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 through. Yeah, I guess I just get in with everything. Oh, I could have moved the blade over from the mammoth. Oh well. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me. Okay. And that does it. Well, thanks for tuning in, and I will catch you next time for some more cube content.